Welcome to another movie podcast.
But this one's way better.
This is Cinemoronic. I'm Kyle.
I'm Dillon.
We're just two morons who have no business talking about cinema.
But we're gonna do it anyways.
Cue musical interlude.
So follow for more titties. Follow for more titties. Thank you so much.
That will be in the intro. That's the name of the episode. Follow for.
We're gonna come back from break and I'm gonna tie my shirt like this.
Take my strong hand.
Oh, it's so gross. Give me the other hand. Hello, people. This is our podcast, Cinemoronics.
It's Cinemoronic. No S. He doesn't even know the fucking name
I didn't even know the name of it.
Wait.
You have a name?
Where am I?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't know the name of the podcast, do you?
Why? Wait, where'd you get that? You can keep going. Well, you can always edit it to do whatever the hell you want.
Well, that's one of our big things here is we edit ourselves a lot.
Yeah, our shtick is we do everything like low level, like shitty. Like we shouldn't be talking about movies. No. Our drinks are usually shitty. Our rating system is shitty. We're
definitely the white trash of all movie reviews.
We'll get to what's in here to prove that in a second.
So we got someone here.
I'm Audrey.
This is Audrey. This is one of my best friends. This is, I assume, a close friend of you as well.
Oh yeah, wow. Well, we've known
Unless
each other.
You don't like her.
No, she's a fucking bitch.
I punched him in the face once.
Yeah, for good reason too.
Oh man, so Audrey, you and me,
go
back to our partying days in BG.
Oh.
Now, for people that aren't around from the Northwest Ohio area, what's BG?
Bowling Green. It's like the
party epa of this area. Epica? What the fuck is it called?
Party Central. Party
epa. What's that thing called? Whatever.
Listen, I went to a public school. I don't know big words.
Epa, I thought, but that doesn't sound right.
The one thing that I'll mention from our parties, and it will segue into our drinks, is I remember we were very good at balling on a budget. So
you're telling me
we'd get a jug of V8 fruit juice, and then we get the shittiest vodka you can get, like the $5 Kamchatka vodka.
Or what's this one? Orloff?
Oh
wow.
And we'd park. We'd mix it all together in a huge ass thermos for each of us.
And we drove there sober, so we were sober.
Yeah. And then we'd literally just chug the entire thing.
In 30 minutes.
Yeah.
To be able to go out to the bar.
You know, I think I was not a part of that.
No, you
were. But like afterwards, I remember you guys talking towards the end of everything.
Oh yeah. And it was so fast that like we'd get out of the car and literally as we're walking to the bar, we were somewhat sober when we got out of the car, and by the 10-minute walk, we were like plastered.
I think one of those nights I actually had to sling you over my shoulder.
Oh yeah.
And a cop stopped me because he thought you were dead. I had to explain to him that you were still breathing.
I don't doubt that, literally at all.
It was a good night until he blew chunks all over my car. I set up four pots of bags, and he missed all four of them.
Was I there that night?
Yeah, you were.
Because I was going to say, one time he puked on the headrest of the front of the seat that was in front of him, and I was like, are you kidding me right now? Obviously, it missed the person that was sitting in front of him, but it went all over the side of the window and the front window.
I like to say that I held my liquor very well, but that was
that's a damn lie. It is a damn lie.
But you had a great trait is you were a cheap fucking date.
Exactly.
Taking you out for your birthday, I just buy you one shot. I'm like, are you good?
Yeah,
I was going to say 2 drinks, he's done. It's great. Mine is a little heavier now.
So I'm sure you know what we have in our glasses then. It's shitty vodka, but I went a little bit more high class and it's cherry flavored.
We spent the extra $1.
It's still the Orloff or whatever.
Orloff, yeah.
So it's literally like the stuff that won't even freeze. So it's not bad.
So we got like warm ass drinks right now. And then it's fruit punch and cherry 7-Up.
And
is it good?
I haven't had it yet. I think it's the best drink we've made.
It is pretty good because look at mine compared to them.
That is good. Yeah. You can taste the shitty vodka though.
Oh yeah. But
I'm not that close.
That cherry 7-Up or Sprite, whatever the fuck it is,
Mm-hmm.
definitely helps the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
See, I couldn't even taste that it was shitty. Apparently, I'm not classy enough, honestly. I really don't know the difference.
It's all right.
I would take Orloff or Kamchatka over like Tito's any day. I know Tito's is like $40, but
What is that,
tastes like
Kettle
ass.
or something? Kettle 1, 2. I've gotten the worst hangover on
Really?
that shit. I can't even do it.
yeah,
I'd
this
rather
stuff
take
is
this.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, I haven't had it since I was hanging out with you, but I'm sure and I didn't get hangovers when I hung out with you. Now I get 5-day hangovers.
When she goes home tonight, she's like, no, I'm going to stop at the store.
We've calmed down a little
myself.
bit. I don't drink as much. I don't know
I was
if you
gonna
have.
say no. I have not. I
Because
still.
you came in and you were like, all right, so I'm going to drink before we start. And you end up having 2 glasses of wine. And now we're starting and you're like...
So I'm 2 glasses in this deep, but that's not that bad for
Hey,
me.
it's-
No.
Compared to you guys who aren't drinking, I still drink every weekend. A good amount, at least 2 bottles a night.
I feel like once you hit 30, though, like I hit 30 at, 28 even. And like, I have 1 glass and I feel like shit.
Matt's turning 30 this year, and he can still drink like a
Can he?
rock.
Maybe it's just because I'm really, really unhealthy.
No, he's not in the greatest of shapes right now either. I mean, he still has got muscles and stuff, but
Okay, I don't have any muscles, just fat.
I don't
so.
think that matters.
So I win.
I win.
So, you picked a movie,
Pretty in Pink.
Pretty in Pink.
And my reasoning, let me tell you. At first, I did it as a joke because it was these two. I was like, okay, I'm going to do it as a joke. They're never going to want to watch it. And then he came along.
Yeah.
What is her name?
Molly Ringwald.
Oh my God. He's like, yes, I want her. A movie with her, yes.
That is my, out of every celebrity I've ever seen in any movie, that is my movie crush, is Molly Ringwald. Even today. Old Molly Ringwald still gets me going.
I had her in, first was Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
And now this. So I said it as a joke, and then I tried changing it because there's really not a lot of
And then you didn't know
meatiness.
what to change it to.
Well, no,
Or
he didn't give
Did
me
you have
an
other
option.
ideas?
No, I said, "Can I change it?" And he said, "No." He's like, "No, I will not accept that." So I tried to, and it didn't work. So at first, it started as a joke, and here we are. So I did try.
It would be
I
a
do.
good movie to do an episode on.
I know. I really do love the movie, though. It's one of my favorite, like nostalgia, just hanging out. Like, and you know, you go to Harry Potter. Gilmore Girls is another one for me. This is something, and 16 Candles and Breakfast Club. All of those are like, if I want to be happy and like try to get myself out of a shit mood, these are the movies. So it's not the worst thing, but there's really not the heart of a movie that you would get from other ones.
No, it's definitely not John Hughes's best.
I was about to
I
say
don't even know who that.
it's
That's his
unfortunate you picked
that's the
worst
director.
one.
Yeah.
Who did 16 Candles, Breakfast Club?
Oh, so he likes her. Oh, they had a thing. They had to
I
have had
hope
a
not. That was a...
Is that one of your interesting facts?
They
Well,
had
cross
to
that one
have
off.
been, they had to have been fucking. I don't know. Anyway, so that's the movie.
So I know there's not much of a plot to the movie, but why don't you try explaining it?
Me or him?
You.
Okay.
You picked the movie. I mean, if Dillon can jump in and help.
No, you go first now, and I'll fill in whatever you missed.
So, it's pretty much about a poor girl and a rich guy. They see each other, they like each other, but they don't. They're different classes, so they know they're not gonna work out, you know. And then the rich guy came over. Oh yeah, I really like you. They start kind of dating, ask her to prom, and then he kind of ignores her. Ghost her is the current term. 80s, not so much. Ghost her, and then there's a fight, and then they fall in love.
You forget about her best friend / secret lover,
Oh yeah,
the
Ducky.
The Duck Man.
Okay, so there's this Ducky thing too, and he's amazing. And well, that's my opinion of him. I really like Ducky a lot, and I think he's a sweetheart.
You
But
say
the
that
best-
like you know.
He's
and
my
you know
best
that
personal
some people
friend.
will not like him.
Well, I've heard it from this guy that he doesn't really like Ducky, and it
Do
upset
you
him.
not like Ducky?
I think my future times watching this movie, I didn't like Ducky. This last time, kind of being older, and I'm like, you leave Ducky alone, man.
That's what I
I thought he was fucking obnoxious.
Oh, wow.
But that's just his personality. He's
I
weird.
get it.
He kind of reminded me of you.
Thank you. No, you know what? You're right. Maybe that's why I don't like him.
You just see
I'm
yourself
very
like you're a piece of shit.
self-deprecating.
I really like him. I don't know.
I don't know, just like the way he's like dancing up and down and like, ooh.
The part I didn't like about Ducky
Mm.
was how he acted without Andy around.
He
would
was
go
a
up to-
dick.
Yeah, he was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He's like, so there's a good chance I'm going to either get you or you pregnant.
Yeah.
And it's like, who the fuck says that to another? Like,
But he did it with so little confidence. I feel like he did it as like a persona because even when he got in those little fights like at the door in school, he's like, "Oh wait, no, I'm just joking you." Like he does it. He's all talk but no whatever the fuck.
yeah.
Whatever the fuck.
I don't know, show or whatever,
Yeah,
you know?
no, I get you.
No, it's funny you bring that up though, because when I was watching it, a couple of things that happened in it, I felt like, oh wow, this movie's dated. They wouldn't be able to say that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the R word? They said the R word and
the
faggot.
Yeah.
The F word. I don't know.
We're gonna leave that out.
Yeah.
The F word. You can't say that
Yeah.
anymore.
And she
Both
said
of
it
those.
so like
Pronounced.
abrasively.
Like they're
Yeah.
like right away. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Please bleep me.
There's a more offensive one that people forget about or maybe don't even realize it even exists.
What?
James and the Giant Peach. Aunt Spider calls James that.
The R word?
No, the F one.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie.
And I watched it about 3 years ago, and I'm like, she did not just say that in a PG movie. It is the 90s, but I mean,
That's weird.
That was another note I had. I was just like, ooh. I mean, there's a ton of other things that happened throughout it, but I'm just like, those two stuck out. Like, it almost felt like it was like toxic, or just it gave me just weird awkwardness all across my body when those words came out of their mouth. I'm like, this is not right at all.
Yeah. I was surprised watching it. I was like, oh, okay.
That would not pass
You can definitely
nowadays.
tell this is in the 80s.
Yeah.
yeah.
Even the 90s. I think the 90s still at that point, both of those would have gotten away.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, another thing about it that maybe it's just because it was from back then, but is this the way people act, like rich versus poor? Because at Rossford, when we went, like, that wasn't a thing.
No.
It wasn't,
No.
like...
Well, because you're still in the same tiny little community. I mean, you're not really that far above anybody else.
Yeah.
Your parents probably make like $10,000.
So does this
more,
happen
so-
in other, like...
Well, so I was thinking the exact same thing. I'm like, so if I would consider myself the poor of the two,
Same.
and I was like kind of thinking, okay, so if I showed up at a rich party, would they like disown me and like say anything bad about me? And I don't think that would have happened when it was me. But also I had a
Yeah, because I'm hot shit. And
I was literally going to say that, and it's bad, but I was going to say that. I had a boyfriend at the time. Had I not have had him, I think because I was decent looking, they would have accepted me. But if I was somebody that was like mediocre looking, 100% that would have happened.
Yeah.
So if they would have wanted to portray this movie more realistically, they should have had the main actress being poor a little bit not as beautiful, because that's more realistic. If I was not as pretty, I would not have been, I don't know, accepted into those type of parties.
I think that was also the point. Even though she's absolutely beautiful, just because she is poor, they still just treat her like scum. She could have been the hottest girl in the school, and because she's poor, she's trash.
It must have been like a California thing.
And you know what? It was not just coming from the rich side.
It was
looking
also
down
the
on
poor side.
It was the poor looking down on the rich.
100%.
Like
Because they call them
Ducky.
Richies.
Like Ducky, as soon as he finds out that Andy's, seeing Blaine or whatever, he treats her like shit. He treats him like shit.
Yeah.
So like it was on both sides.
Same with the bar when Blaine, right?
Yeah, Blaine.
When Blaine was at the bar, like the poor people bar, they all looked at him, oh, where'd you get that blazer?
Yeah.
I loved his response.
Your mom dressed you?
He's like, yeah, barf. I'm like, yes.
Just go along with it, feed into it. Who cares?
I love that.
All right, now you're particularly gonna be really mad at my next comment. Because you were saying how beautiful Molly Ringwald is. All right, so have you seen the movie Blended?
No.
With Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. Bella Thorne's in it.
Another one with them too? I've seen
they're in
51st.
multiple-
Yeah. Anyway.
So you haven't seen it?
No.
So it's not gonna be as funny, but Bella Thorne I don't remember her character's name in the movie, but her dad is Adam Sandler, and their mom died, so he dresses him and shit. Mm-hmm. So like she's dressed up like a boy, and she has a haircut like a boy, and she kind of looks like a boy. She looks like Molly Ringwald does in this movie, and in this movie she's like, that's pretty, but now in this new movie, like, oh, you look like a boy.
Wait, did you say Bella Thorne?
Yeah.
It's Kristen Stewart.
No, what?
Who's Bella Thorne?
All right, I'm looking.
I thought Bella Thorne was the girl from Twilight.
No, that's Kristen Stewart.
That's what I thought her name was in Twilight. It was Bella.
Yeah, Bella, but not Bella Thorne's an actress.
Oh.
Doesn't she? I told you.
That's her?
Yeah.
A little bit. The hairstyle, not so much the face. Or the clothes. The hairstyle, maybe.
I'd say even the face.
100%.
No. You leave my woman alone.
No, 100%.
I'm not saying it in a negative way. I'm just saying.
That sounds pretty negative.
They're pretty similar. I don't know what you're saying. They're very similar. But that was one of the points I wanted to make, is that I didn't think that it would be treated this differently. Wait, so I guess from both of your perspectives, did you think when you were growing up, who did you identify as, the rich or poor?
Poor, definitely poor. I lived in a trailer park, so.
I don't. I was definitely that middle, because I didn't really get a whole lot of nice stuff as a kid.
Okay, I was probably the middle. My mom, if she watches this, will be pissed that I say poor. I was definitely a middle. I was not middle class, but I was like, they fed me, I did well, but like I didn't get to get Abercrombie. I went to Plato's Closet. Yeah. So like, you know.
Yeah, I was in that same
field. Yeah. We weren't poor like anything, but. So you were poor?
Definitely.
So did you ever feel isolated then from the different classes?
No. And that's why when I watched it, I was like,
I couldn't relate.
To me, it seemes very unrealistic, because like I was poor and I never had any, never had any issues on someone looking down on me, because
when Andy's telling Blaine to take her home, she says, "Well, just drop me off at the tracks, but just walk from there." So obviously there's a separation from the whole thing. Yeah. She has to walk on the other side of the tracks to get home.
Well, she didn't even want him to see where he lived, or she lived.
No.
That was a whole other thing.
Yeah, so it's definitely separated.
Mm-hmm.
Where we came from, you have it all mixed together.
You do have it all mixed together, but like I remember talking to a guy in high school, and after I broke up with my boyfriend, obviously, because I dated the same guy for a while. But when I broke up with him, I remember talking to another guy, and I was like, I'll just like take my cell phone, because he lived in like a nicer area, and I didn't want him to see where I lived compared. So I definitely could relate to that. But as far as like the whole different classes, I don't know, I just felt kind of weird to that. But I also drove a Oldsmobile compared to like other people that like their mom and dad bought their car. Mine was $1,000, so they knew what I was.
Did you drive in high school while you were in high school?
When I was a senior, I started driving. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't get my license till like a year after high school.
Hey, that's each your own, man.
Yeah.
I had the middle situation. My dad drives for a living, so he gave me his Buick, which had over 230,000 miles on it.
Did the oil get changed regularly?
Oh, every 1,000 miles.
There you go.
So I mean, it was definitely a lemon that was on its last leg, but I didn't pay for it. So.
I didn't pay for mine either. Got it free. Still only $1,000
They really, really drove the whole class separation thing home.
That was the main thing.
To the point where, sorry, but I felt like most of the characters were unlikable. Like it's just like you couldn't root for any of them, because they were all like, the word's not prejudice, but what is it? Discriminatory.
And I think, not to sound biased, because she's my lady, but I think Andy was probably the more likable one, because she didn't really have that divide in her.
No, because she wanted to fight it.
Yeah, she was alright, and I liked Iona too, the boss or whatever.
I love
she's
her.
one of the best characters.
I like how every scene she's got a different hairstyle.
Yeah, awesome.
I love the first one. The first time you ever seen her with the spikes up and the ponytail.
Sweet. Yeah.
Oh, that's my favorite. I love that one. She's one of my favorites too, though. Every time she was in a scene, I was just like, aw.
Yeah.
She didn't even look like, they kept portraying her as like her mom that wasn't there because her mom left. And I was like, she doesn't even look like a freaking mother. No. She's like her age
but
almost.
At the end, she finally accepts her age and
everything,
and she's like, I think I finally found a man.
Yeah.
And she finally accepts her age and her place in the world, and she's like, I look like a mom. She's like, no, but you rock it though.
I feel like she's easily the most likable character in the movie.
Yeah.
You're just like trying to make it nice. Yeah, well.
No, but like, so even the teachers were like,
they're dicks.
Shitty to the poor people, to the poor kids, like when they're in gym or whatever, and
they suck their asses because they feel bad for them.
It's like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Well, also, that's another thing I couldn't decipher. When she got in trouble in gym class and like had the detention or whatever, it made it seem like that she was there on like a scholarship or something. Mm-hmm. So it was a rich school. So if you were there on a scholarship, you probably would be looked down upon because everybody else was like, that's the vibe I got. Because I was like, well, they seem to be the minority.
She was on a scholarship, or was it that she was going to get a scholarship if she kept her grades up?
I thought her grades were good enough to be in a better school, is what I thought.
Okay.
I don't know.
I've only seen the movie once, and so I'm gonna trust your opinion.
Well, she lived in the like.
Plus, you liked the movie, so I'm gonna.
I gotta Google this and get a real opinion.
I will default to you.
I don't know what it was, but either way, I felt like there was only like 2 poor people in a room of 30 rich ones. So I don't know.
I did like how, so Ducky, like I said, he was kind of obnoxious throughout the entire thing, but I really, really liked how he fought Steph.
Yeah.
Steph?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was cool.
He's full on tackle.
That was a cool scene.
I loved that, and I hated him.
He was a fucking douchebag.
I hate to say it, but Steph might be one of my favorite characters.
Ew.
Only because
I'd love to hear this.
His character is so fucking evil for not really doing a whole lot. He just insults people. But he's like probably one of the biggest villains I've ever seen in a movie.
James Spader played him very, very well.
Is meant to only play villains.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no. Have you seen Blacklist? Because I didn't even... No, hold on. Because I was watching it, just sitting on my couch, drinking my 1 glass of wine I have a night. Next thing you know, Matt comes in after his workout, and it's like, that's him. I'm like, what do you mean? The main character in Blacklist. He's the main guy in Blacklist. Is this the one I'm thinking of? Mm-hmm. Literally the main character in Blacklist.
Really?
Yes, and he's not the villain. Well, he kind of is the villain.
Yeah, he's still a serial killer.
But if you've watched it, you kind of realize.
I can't start watching it. Spoiler.
No, it's not a spoiler. It's in the first episode.
Yeah, you have to. It's such. If you like Criminal Minds, have at it. But yeah, no, I didn't even put 2 and 2 together until Matt came in. He's like, "Do you know who that is?" No. Blacklist. I'm like, oh my God, how did I put 2 and 2 together? His face is his face.
Yeah, it hasn't changed.
I know, and I was like, how did I not realize this? But no, I hated every bit of him. I don't know.
Yeah, he's an asshole. And when he's like, you're a bitch, Andy.
Oh, God. Because he wanted her first, denied, and then now he's pissed that Blaine got him.
Yep.
Got her.
Yeah. I was reading some stuff online, and it said that he had came in for I think it was actually the Blaine part, and he said, I don't want that, and lit a cigarette and insulted the directors, and then he threw it on the floor and put it out in his shoe, like, all right, well, see ya, and left. And like, fuck that dude. And they're like, wait, what part does he go for? Like, oh, that's him auditioning for that part. Get him back in here.
I didn't know
James
that.
Spader is a fucking G.
Oh, I love
You brought up smoking. The fuck? Everyone in this movie is smoking.
It's the 80s, right?
I know, but it's like,
it's the 80s.
You're all gonna get cancer.
Do you not realize what that? No, because they were like, yeah, it promotes health. Or that might have been earlier years.
In the school, even they're like sitting in class with
in the gym
smoke.
class.
Yeah,
she put it out.
Jen's she's like, put that out. You're like, oh, I don't give a shit.
Right by like the wrestling match. Yeah. She's like, oh yeah, I'll put it out right now. Right before we play volleyball.
Okay, so we haven't been in high school for quite a long time.
Oh God.
Do people vape in class now?
I'm pretty sure.
So do you think people will watch movies?
No, I agree.
Yeah.
But like, how do you hide it though? They're just like shoving it down their sweatshirt probably. They have to. Because you could like 100%.
But then it gets sketchy in the summer, like you're pouring sweat in class, like.
Wouldn't that make you hotter?
Yeah.
I don't know how nicotine works.
I don't vape, but kids nowadays are dumb, so.
I'm nicotine free.
Hey.
I want to say the conflict that arises right before prom when Blaine all of a sudden just ghosts her was so like forced.
Yeah.
Like they Steph had been telling him the entire movie, well, you know, we're in different classes, like you can't do that, and he didn't care. And they were like having a great time, and then out of nowhere he's just like,
well, he finally had told him like, well, if you date her, you're gonna lose your friends.
Yeah, I will not be your friend.
His social circle was gonna disintegrate, and I think that's what, like, well, fuck, I'm gonna lose my entire life.
Yeah, because he's the top of the class. He said, if you date her, I will not be your friend, and he's like the top of the
so his whole life will crumble just because there's one girl.
Yeah, so that was
it wasn't forced.
No,
but
no.
Okay, well, the way it played out to me felt forced.
Oh, the first time you ever watched it, yeah.
Yeah. I get
No.
My standard of movies is low level though, so I guess I can't appreciate good writing.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Why do you have a whole podcast dedicated to movies?
No. Catchphrase.
With the power of editing, we're back.
That's our shitty catchphrase.
Oh, really?
It's really forced, but
everything we do is forced.
It's better than acting like nothing happened.
All right, so we just had like
these magically refill by themselves without editing.
We're restocked.
Yeah. Cheers.
So while we were not recording, we just had like a 10-minute conversation about COVID, Friends, and Seinfeld. The Seinfeld bit got heated, and I almost knocked the mic down. So.
What was the other one?
Friends. Mm-hmm. We all agreed on Friends.
Yeah. Show
it's
sucks.
Overrated.
It's not funny.
Actually, you know what? Now that we're back from break, you said you wanted to talk about what we were watching, and then we never did it. So we can do it right now.
Yeah. What you were watching.
So that's kind of a new segment we're trying to do on these later episodes. Let's talk about what we're watching now.
Currently.
If you're watching anything that you think is noteworthy.
So me first.
Yeah, you can go first.
First time
ever. It doesn't
have
to be a movie. It could be a TV show.
That's what I was going to do. First time ever watching House of Cards.
Oh, good show.
That's Kristen Bell in it, right?
No idea. No. I don't know people.
No. I thought I did.
No, that's I don't remember what that one's called.
But
no, that's not.
House of Cards, 10 out of 10. Recommend if you're somebody way late to a game like I am. Have you seen it?
I have not.
Have you seen it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's got Kevin whatever in it, right?
Yeah, the guy that there was a big thing. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know anything about that. But it's all about like politics and stuff and like how corrupt it is. It is like every time an episode ends, it's like I need to watch the next one. Yeah. And I haven't had a show like that since like Game of Thrones. Or what is that? The Witcher, which is coming back in December, which I'm so fucking excited about. You haven't watched Witcher? Mm-hmm. Oh, add that to the next of your list. Like if you like Game of Thrones, you'll like that. But House of Cards, hands down, is like fucking amazing. Like it's something I need to say, Matt, when are you making time? Like I want to watch the next episode because I can't watch it without you. So yeah.
Shows like that are destructive.
Like, they are.
When you can't stop watching them. But even more so, like if you're watching them after it's already been a show for a while and it ends.
Yeah.
Like for me, a big example of my favorite show now, The Mentalist. But I got it way after it had already ended, and I watched all 150 episodes in like 3 weeks.
Wow.
What's that
And then
on?
I was like, oh, I want more, but it's been over for like years.
What's that on?
It was on CBS.
No, like what do you watch it on?
Amazon Prime for free.
What's it
if you
about?
Have Amazon Prime, it's for free. So this guy used to fake being a psychic. And he was really, really good at it, but he actually wasn't a psychic. He was a mentalist. So basically he can read stuff based on your facial expressions and how you're acting and stuff like that. That sounds so up my
alley.
So he's a fake psychic, and he goes on this TV show and ends up talking about this serial killer that has been killing for a while. And he tries to basically say that he knows how this person acts, and he's like, yeah, I know what kind of person he is, yada, yada, yada. Well, then the serial killer kills his wife and daughter. And so, like, he turns his life around, he stops being a fake psychic, and he is a consultant for the police, and he helps with cases using his mentalist abilities, all while trying to find the identity of the serial killer, yeah. It's a really, really good show. You gotta watch it.
That is cool.
I will recommend that to everyone. It's my all-time favorite show.
Have you seen it?
I haven't.
You should watch it.
Oh my god, it sounds so good. That's like Criminal Minds and all the shit that I like.
So it's one of those types of shows.
That's why I said you gotta watch Blacklist, because it's right up that alley.
I've wanted to watch it for a while now. I'm watching Lucifer right now.
That just ended.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
Matt, that was one of the shows that he would turn on when he was going to bed and then like rewatch what he fell asleep to, but I never actually got into it. But everything I watched of it, like his accent and how like witty he was, I loved every bit of it. But I never actually started it.
It's a good show.
I might now because I know I can watch it all.
I feel like it starts off slow. Like the first 2-3 episodes, I almost didn't continue. Mm-hmm. But I'm glad I did. I'm on season 3 now. And
so you're still fresh to it.
I still got 3 more seasons, and I'm trying to take my time, but it is one of those shows where like it always ends on something where now I gotta watch the next episode.
Yeah.
What are yours? What's yours?
I am currently rewatching one of my favorite found footage movies.
What's that?
It's called Hell House LLC.
No.
I never heard of it.
So it's like a series then, or
no? It's a movie.
One.
He says I've been watching it. He just keeps watching it over and over.
I rewatched it.
Oh, okay.
It's about a group of people that open a haunted house in a rundown hotel. And it's about the event. It's like a documentary type movie about the night things went wrong and people were murdered in the haunted house. So it's
real?
No.
No. That would have been sweet.
But going through the events of what led to it and the creation of the haunted house, what happened to the people that just disappeared.
What year was it made?
Oh, it's been a few years, like maybe 17.
Oh, so
it's on Prime.
That would be way more interesting than something that was like made in the 90s. That's what I was asking. I was like, do I even want to bother? But
no, I'm not a huge fan of found footage movies, but this is probably the best one that's ever come out.
See, found footage, I feel like
What's found footage? Is that like personal,
paranormal activity?
So like whatever the hell, that actual movie.
Yeah. So even though that like concept is oversaturated, I feel like certain people are still finding new ways to do it. Unfriended is a good example. Yeah. Host is a good example. Have you seen Host on Shudder? Mm-mm. You should watch that.
I will give you my Shudder login just so you can watch it.
I'd be down for that because I really don't know anything you're saying.
But this is all through like the one camcorder from the haunted house perspective of the workers. It's just
so like Big Brother, like up in the ceiling.
No, it's a handheld, and then they go into people's cell phones that go through the police from what the event happened to break down other angles, and
that'd be sweet. It's
really good and really smart.
So that's I've never seen a movie that did that where it broke it down based off cell phones.
Yeah.
Is that I've never seen one. Have you? You guys are way more movie.
There's Chronicle. Chronicle goes from everything.
Oh yeah, Chronicle.
That was another really good one.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but the movie that I'm creating is going to do a lot of the cell phone stuff. So
see, but you're more technologically advanced.
So we're gonna play a game now, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you haven't told her what it is yet, right?
No.
Because I know you were about to, and then the audio cut out.
So I have a baby at home.
Oh.
I have a lot of. I have a lot of excess food.
I love this.
My wife actually picked out the ones that she would never even eat, and she's tried all of them.
Nuh-uh.
So you can thank her for this.
I actually eat baby food, like those squeezable things.
Oh, this is not those.
Oh, good. Is it like the ham and cheese mixed? I try to be a vegetarian, but I'll.
So we have chicken and rice.
Okay, I can do that.
We have pasta primavera.
Do you want to tell us what it is, or do we guess?
No, they're labeled, so I mean.
Yeah, he also told me ahead of time, so it wouldn't be very fair.
Literally, when I walked in, I saw it. This one's
mine, right?
Yeah. We have pea, carrot, spinach.
Pea, carrot, spinach.
Wow. Pasta marinara.
That's a good one. I feel like that's going to be good.
Yeah, but it's pureed, so I mean, it's going to taste a little weird.
Yeah, so for someone that doesn't like textures, this is going to be terrible.
Yeah, and the last two are really going to fuck with you. We have pureed beef.
Oh.
And the things she said she would never feed our child, turkey sticks.
Ew.
Yeah.
How does a baby eat that?
I don't fucking know. I won't give it to her.
We have to?
Yes.
So what's the game? Do we just eat it?
Yes. We're going to put this all in front of you, and you just...
No, you have to too, obviously.
We called you here just to eat baby food.
Plot twist.
All right, so yeah, I mean, we didn't really plan this much, this game in particular. So, how should we do this? We'll just you'll ask us questions with your trivia.
Oh, okay.
Before every question.
Before every question, maybe we should all take a spoonful.
Yes. So we'll
So what's the punishment? Whatever.
Yeah, why don't we all do the same one?
Yeah.
Why don't we all do the same one?
Do we want to save the two nasty ones for last?
I say whoever, or if you lose, you have to take those ones.
You have to dip the stick in the pureed beef.
You're a sick son of a bitch. I love you.
Ew.
All right.
So I hopefully won't have to then, because I'm not answering questions.
That's true. You won't have to.
So
unless you want to. Unless you want to be a rock star.
Trooper.
Oh, yeah.
That looks fucking nasty.
It's gross. Just the smell of it.
I was going to say, what's what?
Does it smell good?
It smells like the fake nacho cheese. It does.
So it's going to be really funny if these are actually like really good.
I know, that won't be much of a game.
I eat some baby food, so...
Yeah, but I tried to find... Or she found
the gross ones?
Yeah.
Oh, that looks like baby puke.
It smells like it too. And I've had it in my face.
Oh yeah, it's not the good one.
And no wonder like babies' vomit looks so gross and messed up. Because that's the shit they're eating.
Oh yeah, it's thick.
What is that?
It all kind of just smells the same.
I mean, this one smells like more. These. How are these the same?
They're not. This is Primavera and that's
Oh. I was like, I saw the same name.
So we'll put these right here. That way we can take a nice. All right, y'all.
All right, so why don't we start with these two?
Okay.
So we'll start with this one.
Yeah.
So we're all tasting it?
Yes.
So we're all take a bite. What do we do? Full spoonful?
Oh yeah, full spoon. Full send.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna like it.
You would. You fucking
wiggle.
All right, this is chicken and rice.
Oh, maybe not. I thought it was sweet pea.
No, this is chicken and rice.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Nice spit.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh wow, it just tastes like chicken stock.
Yeah, it does.
It's like pure
chicken stock.
Pure stick.
All right, this is gonna go in the garbage now.
Hey, there's some raccoons that would enjoy that if we left it outside for them.
I will not feed that to an animal.
All right, so what's the first question?
Oh, me?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think I'm gonna get any of these questions.
Where did Andy work?
Record store.
Wait, was that the name of it?
No, it was just like a general.
And they never named the record store.
You said if you lose, fucker.
Fucker. All right, next one.
All right, let's throw this.
I thought you guys had to do something if you lost.
No, it's just
only
a
at
point.
the end. Only at the
Yeah.
end.
Okay,
So
okay.
whoever loses.
So the next one is.
Hold on. Let's do our spoonful first.
Yeah, get your spoonful.
Oh, I have to too.
Oh yeah.
We got to get you in on this.
Are we doing that before the next
Someone
question?
spilled this, by the way.
That was you.
We'll have to wash that.
How dare we? Dude, we have full-blown bitches. Like,
What the fuck is that?
you little baby bitch.
Oh, baby bitch need a milky milk for his fucking baby nap, Baba. Now I have a bigger one than all of you.
That one wasn't as bad, but gross.
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, that kind of tastes like mashed potatoes.
Way off.
He's licking his spoon. You sick
Gotta get
fuck.
it all off.
Ugh. Garbage.
Did you delete all the things on the thing?
What do you mean? Yeah.
Okay,
Well, I didn't delete them. I put it on the laptop.
so the next one is, how did Blaine pick Andy up? Like, how did he say, like, how did they go on their first date?
First time talking to her, or first time?
No, like, how did they actually say, hey, do you want to go out on a date?
Was it through the computer?
It was.
Oh.
In the library.
Ah, shit.
You're not even trying.
Wait, nuh-uh.
Yes,
He went
huh?
outside
He
and
sent
they
the
were in the
picture.
back and he sat
No,
down.
that was after.
Oh.
That was after they
Okay.
did it. Yeah, well, you tried. So.
Whatever.
All right. Since
Do you think computers actually acted that way?
That's what I thought too. I literally was like, did they fake ass instant message? Like you couldn't tell who it was from.
Because I mean, if you look at some of the other movies that came out on the same time, they didn't do that shit.
The reason I asked that though is because it happens in Scream 2. When she's in the library, she gets a random message and it doesn't say who it's from, and it's just a big black screen.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's why I was thinking maybe that did happen on older computers, but I don't know.
Oh, it doesn't.
Oh, were you alive in '89?
No, I'm just going off of other movies and
Bill Gates. He's going off Bill Gates.
He's gonna listen to this like that. Lie, motherfucker.
All right,
you pick which one.
This one. Oh wow, that's very thick. That is so. Look at this.
Oh, that means we're gonna have to like chew it. And
I think this is like when you have to warm up, but we're gonna do it cold.
Ew.
We're doing it live.
The sounds it just made.
Put it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Jesus Christ.
No, you took half the amount you were fucking with.
I'll accept that.
Cheers.
Oh.
We need a puke bucket.
Here's a cup. What the fuck?
Why did it do that?
Ugh.
Honestly, I'm like pretty much a vegetarian. I try to do it like 90% of the time. So a lot of this just tastes like what I eat already.
Yeah.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I mean, mine's more seasoned.
I guess that's true.
It's not this bad, but I'm like, well, it could be worse.
Oh, that was bad.
That's terrible.
No, absolutely.
That shit?
I guess.
The texture of that shit, disgusting.
Yeah,
like
it made it way worse.
I could never. No way. You gonna puke, baby bitch?
I did already puke. I threw it up a little bit. That looks like chunky vomit.
No, we don't even need to. I don't. I really don't.
Look at it.
Oh. So, how long were Andy and Ducky friends? At one point, she puts a time stamp
Second
on
grade.
it. I was going to say that or 8 years. She said 8 years at one point, too. She said, how am I going to go without seeing the person I've seen for 8+ years? So, I don't know if that would add up.
I think she did say second grade.
Okay. Well, should we just expect him to lose every single one?
I guess I lose. We've already gotten 3 right. I can't win now because we only got 5 questions.
I mean,
so.
we could just say that one doesn't count. Or say I got it
No,
wrong.
it's fine. I can lose. It's fine. We only had 3 prepared questions anyway. So.
I have one more, apparently. I just looked at my notes.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, let's taste this and we'll do the last question.
Oh.
How about winner take all?
Oh, that's
Are
good
you
one.
confident enough to say... No, you can't look at this, Peter.
Oh, no. I think winner take all on this last question is you both have a very good shot on it. I promise you, Kyle.
Just because I feel
Oh.
bad for you for the last one, I'll do that.
Oh, you're doing hefty.
Hefty.
Oh, you're doing a
No, it's
hefty.
already on there.
Yeah.
Gross.
It's just like warm pasta.
Yeah.
Kyle!
I can't swallow this.
Kyle! I swallowed it.
That's what she said.
Ew, don't watch him.
You want to see it?
No!
Listen, I've watched this guy puke in the back of my car. It's not that bad.
I've seen it happen. Projectile vomit. Anyway, okay, last question.
I don't remember you ever puking.
Or nothing. No, I don't.
No, I don't. I'm perfect.
I'm against that.
All right, ready? Nobody, you have to buzzer in.
Okay.
Like, ding. All right, that's going to be the buzzer. Why was the dad a lowlife? I think he was first.
Because he had no job.
No.
No.
What was the reason he had no
Because
job?
his wife left.
Yes.
I want to get the
Oh!
I didn't get the follow up there.
Well, you buzzed in too fast.
Answer as many
If you're
times as you
buzzing
want.
in, you should have the correct answer right off the
It
bat.
wasn't kind of a correct answer.
No.
It was the first half of the question.
No. See, that's why I was like, I think it's a fair chance. Because I always thought this whole entire time the mom died until I watched it just now.
Oh, it sounds like cat food. Doesn't it?
Oh, tuna.
Yeah.
Tuna.
Even
though it's beef.
It's a tuna.
Oh, another thing to point out with all these movies, why the fuck did they bite their lip like all the time? They were just every scene. She was like,
That's a Molly Ringwald thing, and I love it.
And I'm like, no, it's not just her. There was like Ducky or some shit at some point between. I was like, why are they biting their lips so much? I don't understand.
See, these don't come out in sticks.
Okay, so while we're talking, I do want to say that I've been complaining about the movie the entire time, but there's one thing that I did really like about it. I liked that Ducky did not get a happy ending with her. Like, she didn't end up with him.
I love how his ending happened, though.
Yeah.
Fun fact. The original ending was supposed to be her with Ducky.
Really?
But it tested so horrible with audiences because everyone hated Ducky that they cut it.
Oh, see, I like the ending now.
The original Ducky was supposed to be Robert Downey Jr.
Who's that?
Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, is that Iron Man?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was supposed to be him
because
Molly Ringwald wanted him because she's like, oh, that's the guy I would want
actually go for.
And then they changed it. Well, he didn't want to do it, so they got I forgot
whatever
what his name was. Yeah, they got him, and she's like, I wouldn't fall in love with him.
Oh.
So they went to Blaine after the ending tested horribly, and I think it was originally supposed to be Charlie Sheen. And she's like,
oh, that's funny. And Charlie Sheen is
and she said, like, that's not a guy I would ever fall in love with.
Oh.
So they replaced him.
Huh.
I like the ending. I think it was really...
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I thought it was... I mean, I guess that's the reason, but I thought it was brave of them to not have Ducky end up with her.
I think this is all I'm going to do, or I'm probably going to throw up.
It looks especially like I would
especially because these are not
up.
coming out as holes. They're coming out as giant chunks.
Hey, show the camera what that looks like.
Yeah, that's what they need to see.
That looks fucking nasty.
This is beef.
Show your spoonful.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. It was like layers of gross.
I just put my butthole pucker.
Oh, wow, you did it so fast. Oh, he gagged. There you go. Oh, God, don't swish.
Do it in the mic. If you're going to swish, do it in the mic.
Oh, dear Jesus.
So
what kind of sick motherfucker makes this shit up?
Yeah.
You
the
nasty
weenies is
piece
what did it.
Do you want me to eat part of the weenie?
Yeah, I ate half of it.
I'll have a little bite.
You got to cut it off.
I kind of feel
I
bad.
kind of just want to taste it, too. I just want to like a little nugget.
Yeah, they don't come out as holes. So you got to take your spoon and cut it.
That tastes like cat food smells.
Yeah. Oof. One of the shits tonight.
Looks like a hot dog.
It's definitely not hot.
No, it's 100% not. It's so gross. You're using the spoon with your half chewed up. Your half chewed up vomit.
Can't taste any worse. That alone is not that bad, but I imagine with the beef puree, it's not.
Oh, the beef was awful. This is gonna go rotten hell where it belongs.
Oh,
it's
I
funny
do.
How accurate of a description that was, though. It tastes like cat food smells.
It does. I have one last thing. So Ducky, at multiple points in the movie, would say Blaine is an appliance, like a name of a major appliance. What the fuck appliance is that? Because is that like an 80s thing that I don't understand? Because I've never heard an appliance named Blaine or like an appliance referred to as Blaine. Like a microwave is Blaine, or like, Whirlpool is Blaine.
And I don't know if maybe that was him referred to as, it sounds like an appliance company.
Oh, so it might not be like an actual... I might have been thinking... Okay. Because I was like, I've never heard of Blaine as like a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was the last question I had. I was like, I didn't really get that. And then also I really made a point to point out that they were biting their lip constantly. Would not fucking stop biting their lip, and it was so annoying. But you both did like the ending? I liked the ending. I think it felt a little rushed. Was how he just comes up, he's like, "I'll always love you."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "You know what? Fuck it. I just had a mental breakdown."
Encouraged her. He's like, "Go get her."
I know, but he just came back from like I said, a mental breakdown.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I was saying that it was forced, because they spend 3/4 of the movie just like setting everything up, and then literally it's only like 15 to 20 minutes where he decides he ghosts her and then he unghosts her and then it ends. Like it's a lot happens in the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, I agree with that. But
and I think this time around, I wish they would have kept the Ducky ending.
I was gonna say it would make more sense.
The way she looks at him at the end when he's on the top of the stairs, it's just like
it was meant.
Fuck you, Blaine. Get out of here.
I wonder if that scene only exists because of the original ending. Like,
I think that was filmed with the original ending.
That was the only part they changed was the ending.
The rest of the movie saved that part too.
Yeah. Then. So they didn't change that, or they did.
What?
The part where she sees Ducky, they didn't change that, right?
That's the only part they changed.
It doesn't make sense with the new ending. So like,
see, I like that though. I wonder how. I wish they would have been like, you know how nowadays they do like the alternate ending, or like I wish I would have loved to have seen how it ended up with Ducky.
I think I'm trying to remember if I read it. I think I read it. It was they met up at the dance and it ended with them kissing. And that was pretty much it.
Yeah, well, that's very anticlimactic. I don't really know what I was expecting. But
so I feel like that ending, I can see why it tested bad, because that ending kind of also doesn't make sense, because she spends the entire movie like
we're best
not
friends.
Interested at him at all. Like,
well, I think at the end she realizes that he's always the one that's gonna be there.
But sometimes you have to draw that line with friendships. Like there's a girl I watch on YouTube. Her name's Tana Mojo, and she would do things with her best guy friends, and her one in particular, his name's Hunter, and then they stop and he gets in a relationship, she gets into a relationship, and then they both realize that like rather than shunning each other because now we're both in relationships, we value each other so much, we need to be best friends. Like we can't have each other not in each other's life. Like I value you too much, so now they're best friends. And sometimes that causes like rifts in relationships because they don't understand why they're best friends, but they're not fucking, because that's still very new to like the world, having a guy best friend. Like how dare you? But now they're best friends, and it just works out better that way. So you almost have to like limit yourself and be like, okay, this is where we draw the line. And I think it was good that she did that from the beginning, and he just obviously didn't get the point until the very, 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 very end of it.
So there's also a theory
of what?
That Ducky is gay.
I'd love that too. Bring it on.
John Hughes
thought he was.
Would actually write in secretly that a lot of his characters were gay.
Really?
And there was a big theory that Ducky was one of them.
I thought he was until they say that he's in love with her. Like I thought he was. Yeah.
like he was a character that doesn't know he's gay.
I could see it, and I would love to see that too. But I mean, they can elaborate on that in just one storyline. Maybe do like a spin-off. It didn't happen. Now he's in 2.5 Men.
Pretty in Pink too. That's over now.
Pretty and Ducky.
He does have a good range of acting though, because his character in 2.5 Men is like completely.
I mean, what else was he in though? I feel like these are the only two things I know.
I didn't even know he was in this until I watched it.
Really?
I know, I forgot. I'm like, oh.
I didn't even know. I thought 2.5 Men was like his prime time. I didn't know he was in anything else but that. No?
So
I've never seen him in anything else.
Do we want to get into our favorites?
Oh yeah, man.
What does that mean?
Well, why don't we take a quick break, and then we'll come back and we'll do our lightning round, our rating, and Audrey can talk about herself for a bit.
Alrighty.
I love to do that.
And with the power of editing,
we're back.
Oh, you're like slipping right into the role, aren't you?
Yeah. I am the newest co-host.
There we go. If you want to be a permanent we wouldn't be able to have guests anymore though, because our room is so small.
Yeah, we'll film in my basement.
We'll just kick me out for an episode. Dillon had to tend to his kid or something. We don't know where the fuck he is.
Sick baby, Audrey's the filler. Anyway, what's next on the agenda, man?
So we have our lightning round. So
that sounds like Thunderstruck.
Ooh. I'll say cue music.
I was like, are we drinking a lot? Because I only have this much left.
That's a game.
Oh god,
it is.
Oh my god, a game spawned from a movie. Don't they say that in a movie?
No, it's a song.
No, the
no, game. I know, but the game.
No, I really don't know.
The game where they.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought that game was created in a movie.
It might have been.
No, it's because every time they say thunder, you drink. Have you ever played it?
Yeah, so I get that, but I'm saying.
You want to play it?
I'm saying.
Oh, he wants to play it right now. You guys don't work at 5 a.m.
I do.
I do.
Unfortunately.
Anyway, what's next?
All right, so lightning round. So Dillon's gonna ask us some questions, and basically they're simple questions.
Yeah.
About the movie or in general?
No more baby food.
Yeah, no more baby food. It's
about
not
the
trivia,
movie
it's
or in
just
general?
opinion.
Your opinion.
Oh, okay.
So, who is your favorite character?
Iona. In fact, she's the only one I like.
I think her or Andy are my favorite.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions as to why? Are they pretty? I think they're
I
pretty
mean,
self-explanatory. Yeah.
I'm gonna go the worst answer and just say James Spader's stuff.
Really?
Because he was the worst human being that could
Mm.
ever exist, and he played such a great character. Like you hated him as soon as he came on the screen. Like, this guy's a piece of shit.
He's like that girl from Harry Potter, the
Yes.
one in the pink.
Yep.
You fucking
As
hate
soon
her, but
as-
she does such a good job at being hated.
As
You
soon
can't.
as they show up, you're feeling just like, ugh.
That fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. He did a good job, and I still hate him.
I feel like with how awful he was, I feel like he should have had a
Bigger
bigger
role.
comeuppance.
Yeah.
Like he should have gotten something bigger should have happened to him.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Nothing really happened to him. He just was a dick the whole entire time.
And then just like walked away.
Yeah, he was.
He lost a
He was
friend.
stagnant the whole entire time. Dick.
But he was just enough there to kind of like jab it in your side, like, oh, this guy's an asshole.
Yeah.
That prestigious fucker.
Favorite scene?
Ooh.
Mine is when they throw Ducky into the bathroom.
Oh,
Because
that's
everything he says is ad-libbed. None of that was scripted.
Really?
Everything he said was unscripted.
Yeah, that's why I didn't like it.
I thought it was
that
hilarious. Exactly. Well, how was she supposed to feel when you get thrown into the girls' room and you're going to get your ass kicked?
Yeah.
I liked all
Like, oh, we don't have a candy
I would
machine.
have walked out immediately. I don't know.
Well, they have it blocked. They can't just walk out.
Well, so are you talking about from the scene of them at the front of the stairs to the bathroom, right? You're not just talking about the bathroom scene?
No, the bathroom scene is all...
So it's nothing that was in the stairs area where they're like taking him into
that's all scripted, but as soon as he gets thrown in, everything he says
so that's what you're talking
is
about.
unscripted.
I didn't like it. It was drawn out too.
I know.
It was such a long scene.
I know,
where
but
he
it was
just
so
keeps-
awkward.
He just keeps going and
I know.
going. I'm like,
I loved
dude,
it.
Just walk out now.
I can relate to
But
that.
they're not going to let him walk out. 'Cause that's just too easy.
Whatever.
They're bullying him.
I think my favorite one is him or Andy and her dad when she says, just accept that she's gone. Like, that's hands down. That's the most relatable and, like, real one. Do you not think?
No, it was a good scene.
That
It
was
was.
okay, what else has substance to
No, it
this
was a
whole
good
entire...
scene. I agree. And I didn't mind the dad.
I like it because he's finally realizing that, like, he needs to get his shit together, and he hasn't for fucking years on end because he's obsessed with a girl that left them.
Yeah.
Which I just realized watching this time because I'm older now. I always thought they got a divorce and it just like ended.
No,
I
she
must
just
have been on my
peaced out.
phone the whole entire time. Now I actually watched it. I was like, don't get on your phone. Don't get on your phone. And I'm like, oh my God, she just left them.
No, she even explains it earlier in the movie that she just walked out.
No, I didn't even pay. See, that's what I'm saying. I didn't even pay attention.
What a bitch.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fucked up that they both have pictures of her in their room.
Next to their bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she's gonna come back.
Yep.
Like
mhm.
no.
Yeah.
And-
Don't commemorate a bitch like that.
Fuck her. What place does she have in your life? None. That was my favorite scene. I like the acting in it because it felt like they were really father-daughter.
Yeah.
Like their acting was fucking superb.
My favorite was when Ducky and Steph fight.
Yeah, that was a good scene.
That was, and the reason it led up to that was really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's just finally
Like even though he was mad at Andy, he still stuck up for her,
Mhm.
knowing that he could get his ass kicked.
and that's why she should have ended up with him. Fuck Blaine.
You hate Ducky. What are you saying?
No, I originally hated Ducky until I rewatched this.
She should have ended up with Iona.
That's
okay,
her mom.
that's weird. That's her
weird.
mother. That is her
You're
mother.
making this weird now.
That is her mom.
So
I feel weird.
Now transitioning. Favorite line. Mine was when Iona was in the club with Ducky. She's like, I said he was my kid. And the look on her face was the best.
Hold on.
The most annoyed, kind of humored.
I didn't know that this was going to be a question, so I'm going to have to Google mine, but I know specifically what mine's going to be.
All right, then I'll say mine while you're looking at it. I didn't like a lot of lines in the so I'm just gonna pick Ducky's. I'm off like a dirty shirt. No,
Yeah,
I fucked up the line.
I'm off like a dirty shirt.
Yeah.
I like that line.
Hold on. What is it? I have to watch this now.
That's an image. That's not a video.
Is it?
Oh, no. Okay, you're going to a video, though. Okay.
Do you want to fight? I'm more technological. We're going to have to edit all this out.
No, we're going to keep it.
No, we're going to keep it.
Oh, we should talk about her boobs?
Uh-huh.
Yes, I love this scene.
I hope they shrivel up and fall off. Okay?
And the way she answers the gym teacher. What was that?
I hope they shrivel up and fall off.
I'm talking about her breasts.
So that was my favorite whole entire line.
I wish Jen was in the movie more.
Oh my god, everything
she was a sassy bitch.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
I was like, is that me?
Yes, I liked her too.
Please.
Yeah, she was a good character.
And the other chick was great. I loved them. I wish they had more. But that was my favorite one. I hope they shrivel up and fall off.
So I realized the connection when I watched this today. We watched it. Between this movie and The Breakfast Club.
What?
So they call the rich kids Richies. In The Breakfast Club, Bender calls Molly Ringwald's character Richie.
Nuh-uh.
Mm-hmm.
The painted in like smoke. No.
Supposedly supposed to take place.
Wow. She was fucking the director. What do you expect?
She was not fucking John Hughes.
Whatever, man. She's casting all the 16 candles. You're trying to tell me there's no correlation.
Even though I did find out that she had like the not final say, but she had the major say in the casting.
For what? All of them?
Who Ducky was going to be, who Blaine was going to be, who she wanted to fall in love with.
Timeline-wise, where did Pretty in Pink fall between 16 Candles and Breakfast Club? Was it all after? Because if that's the case, he already has 2 other movies with her. Why wouldn't he give her a say?
Well, this is definitely after 16 Candles because Ducky was originally supposed to be Michael C. Hall, who was in 2 other movies, 16 Candles and Breakfast Club.
Okay.
So he didn't want to do another love triangle movie with the same character.
That would make sense, yeah.
So I think this is after both of those.
So that would make sense then. She would have her pick because she's been with him twice.
Yeah.
I mean,
not been with, but possibly been with. Molly, don't tell me it's true, please.
Bing, bing.
I'm kind of zoning out just because of the alcohol.
Thank God you're not driving, man.
He's gonna stumble to his room with his face plant.
He has no opinion in any of this. He's like,
We're just nerding out over here.
You said, as soon as you said Michael C. Hall, I went in my mind and I was trying to figure out who he was, and I thought he was one person, and then I started thinking about who the person I was actually thinking of.
Michael C. Hall, that is one
Anthony
person.
Something.
Yeah.
There's a guy named Anthony with red hair. I think he was in The Breakfast Club.
Oh, the prissy boy that had like his mom pack his lunch.
Yeah, it's Michael C. Hall.
Oh, see, I don't know names or movies.
Is he the one that's in Dead Zone, the show?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, it's Michael? I thought his name was Anthony.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Michael. Unless somehow I'm wrong.
Is your phone?
Look up Michael C. Hall. No, that's not him.
Dexter!
Oh, that's Dexter.
Oh, I got.
Yeah!
Yep, you're right.
Look up Dead Zone show.
You're right. Fuck, I got them mixed up. How did I get those 2 mixed up?
Dead Zone?
Yeah. And then
that was a good show.
I love that show.
That was a really good show.
It ended before it was supposed to.
Yeah.
Shoe. Well, apparently it matters because it showed a shoe. Who's that?
On the cast. Anthony Michael Hall. That's okay.
Okay.
Wow, they look similar and have similar names.
I apologize, people. I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. That's why we're doing this podcast.
So I like Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah.
He's a good actor.
Yeah.
So
I don't know where I got C.
That's
C
Dexter or?
No, Dexter's Michael C. Hall.
Yeah.
I see where you got confused.
Who's in Pretty in Pink?
Anthony Michael Hall, Michael C. Hall. You could combine them to create a transformer. Anthony Michael C. Hall.
That's a great idea. Photoshop.
See, I don't know enough about any actors or actresses or movies. So
I try to, but obviously I dropped the fucking ball.
I literally, you could say anything. Like, I didn't even know that. The guy that's Iron Man.
Oh, Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah, I didn't even know his name until like a week ago. And I've watched like Iron Man for years, so I just am really bad with names.
You don't have to feel bad at all. We just had a 5-minute conversation about Anthony and Michael and
Not knowing who the fuck anybody is.
What's next on the agenda then?
So rating system.
How you're like
she's keeping us together.
Yeah.
Well, we would go on for another like 20 minutes on tangent.
Okay, sorry. Keep going.
No, we gotta move on.
All right, ratings, right?
Yes. So we want to explain it to her?
Yeah, okay, so our rating system is shitty like everything else about our podcast.
I love it.
We're very self-deprecating.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the rating
No
is
I
a
was going to
number.
say.
The rating is a number out of 5 shots. The higher the number, the worse the movie is. So essentially, how many shots would you have to take out of 5 to want to watch this movie again?
None.
And I'll go first.
Oh.
I'm saying 4 out of 5 shots. I gotta be blitzed to watch this again.
I don't think any. This is one of my nostalgia, I want to be happy movies.
All right, 0 out of 5 shots.
I could definitely do one. Like if I had one shot in me, I would force every single person that I was with to watch this movie. So none for me personally, but like to force everyone else.
We'll just make sure that you have 4 for me there if that happens.
So I'm gonna try and go as non-biased as possible because this is one of my feel-good movies. From the
Okay,
80s.
so if we're not doing bias, then I would say 3.
This is just me.
Yeah, 3
So
if we're not doing bias.
3
Yeah.
3.5 for me.
Yeah.
If I'm going not going in trying to watch sexy Molly Ringwald.
Okay, I have no bias with that.
Then I'm gonna say 3.5.
I would say 3 too if there's no bias, but since my mom had me watch it in 7th grade and it is now a nostalgia movie for me, I have a bias. But if there was no bias, 100% I'd have a 3 because there really is no substance to it.
Yeah.
It's not That's why I wanted to change it really bad, and you wouldn't let me.
But it led to some good conversations, though.
It did. You ready, baby bitch?
Oh, you want some milky milk in your baba for your nap, baby bitch?
Well, the power round or whatever the hell it was called wasn't even that bad. I thought it was going to be worse.
It also wasn't a lightning round. It took us 20 minutes, so.
Everything's taking us forever to do.
Yeah, sorry for editing.
So before we close out, though, and we probably should have did this in the beginning so that if people don't find us interesting, they're never going to know. They're not going to know who you are because they stopped listening, but why don't you talk about, because you have a channel, too. You have a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, I'm on I'm on YouTube. Follow me, Audrey Vascik. Everywhere, Audrey Vascik. But you have to put my name up because everybody spells it sick. It's not how it's spelled. It's how it's spelled.
I've been friends with you for 10 years now, right? And I don't remember how to spell it.
Try it.
F. V-A-S-I-K.
V-A-S-I-K? No.
V-A-S-C-I-K.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Follow me. Mainly on YouTube. I
just call you Aw Dog or Baby Bitch.
Baby bitch is the normal one, but yeah, no. YouTube, TikTok. That's it. That's all I really care about.
And actually, ask him if he agrees.
That I'm a baby bitch?
What am I in as your phone? What's my name in your phone?
Is your phone number the same still? I'm wondering why you keep fucking Snapchat calling me. I'm like, my phone number is the same.
That's just because that's what I do now.
Okay. I have him saved as a certain name. What do you think it is? It is from the movie Toy Story.
Sid?
Yeah.
Call me right now.
It's amazing.
Call me actual on my phone. Don't.
Where is my phone?
I don't know. If he calls me, the whole entire screen will pop up. His name is Sid, and his photo is Sid from Toy Story.
That's awesome. How did you guys choose that?
I said he looked like him. He literally he would just be drunk and I'd be like, Sid. He reminds me of Sid. It still is that.
Here in my phone is Aw Dog.
Oh, look, you saw. Oh, it's me cuddling the vodka bottle still.
Show the camera.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's still him. Dude, he really is though.
Yeah, so you do vlogs and stuff, right?
Yeah, vlogs and then
a little bit of everything actually.
Yeah, there's a few other things. I'm mainly trying to be vlogs, but I'm trying to have those I don't know, things you can watch that will never die. So mainly vlogs though. Mainly vlogs. I'm a boring fun person. Hey, that's about Emma Chamberlain. I don't know if you know who she is, but she's a boring fun person too. All she does is just sit in a hotel room all the time, and people are obsessed with her. She somehow made it work. I'm somehow going to make it work too.
Do it. We'll blow each other up with the podcast in your videos.
I'll just have you in my sub thing all the time.
There we go.
Thank you for coming to, what's your name? Your thing?
Cinemoronic.
Ooh.
Thank you for coming to Cinemoronic Super Short Show.
Is that what it's called now?
Do you know Mike's Super Short Show from like Disney? No?
I'm trying to remember.
Oh my god, I had like Allison Stone from Perrysburg. Mike's Super Short Show. Oh my god. All right, just cut this out too.
Yeah, this is the part where we abruptly cut.
No. You have to watch this because it makes...
By the power of editing, we are gone now.
Thank you so much for watching.
If that's the case, I'm going to head home now.
All right, so this is the part where we abruptly end the podcast. Peace out, y'all. So, did you learn anything new about the movie from that conversation?
No, didn't think so.
Oh well, better luck next episode.
Speaking of, stream our episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or any other streaming platforms that you use.
And if you want to tell us how much we suck, follow us on our social media, Facebook and Twitter @Cinemoronic. Until then, see you next time.
Please come back.